Speech therapy can be done anywhere, at home, at school, when you go to the park, the zoo, take them to church. Welcome back to our channel, and thank you once again for joining us in this another day in the life of living on Autistic Edge. I am Terry Ann Alain, proud autism mom, and we are here to share with you tips and tricks of how we navigate through our journey right here on Autistic Edge. Some of the biggest challenges that people face today with accessing speech therapy are long waiting lists. The request or the demand for speech therapy is on the rise, while at the same time, there are still few speech therapists that are around. Another challenge for speech therapy is in the area of cost. In our region, it can be about 45 US per hour for speech therapy session. In Jamaica, it will be $7,000 per hour. And a child requires a minimum of 20 hours in speech therapy per week in order for speech therapy to be effective. Location is another challenge that is faced by many parents. In our region, there are only 7 speech therapists on the island. We may have another one added probably recently, but up to the last time when we checked, there were only 7 on the island. And these speech therapists, they are based in the major cities. So what you find, persons in the rural areas, they may have to travel probably 2.5 or more hours in order to get to a speech therapist. Now that can be very challenging. Another challenge that you face is busy schedule. So when you have regular appointments, like most speech therapists are twice per week. If you have other therapy sessions that you're doing with the child, for example, our child is required to do speech therapy, ABA therapy, and occupational therapy. But that is going to be a whole lot of logistics to take into consideration. You may have the speech therapy downtown, you have the ABA therapy uptown, and school is at a different location, and you work at Timbuktu, and all of these places, they are Ginger Bottom and Underwear Road. It's not practical. It's really not practical. There are many parents who face these similar challenges in addition to other competing priorities. So this leads me to the main point. Anywhere you go with your child can be a speech therapy session. Speech therapy can be done anywhere, at home. Now, there are so many things and so many areas that you can cover speech therapy in while you are at home. You can practice speech therapy in front of the mirror. Look at the formation of your lip. When you're doing chores, involve your child. Talk to them about what you are doing. Tell them what you're doing. Engage them with what you're doing. If you're washing the dishes, if it's even to allow them to play in the water, let them be there as well. And of course, it depends on your child. Not all activity, your children, especially the ones on the spectrum, not all activity they will be involved in. But as much as possible, introduce them to the activity so that they can see how it is being done. And you never can tell. They may just warm up to one of the activities. All right. At dinner, talk about the food that you are eating. Use the opportunity to articulate at least one item while they are eating. When your friends come over to visit, let them interact with your child. Teach them the words good morning, good afternoon, articulate it with them. And when your friends or your family members come over, allow them to use the words functional in greeting them and stuff. Don't hide them in the back room when your friends you have persons coming over to visit. We have some parents who they are ashamed of the child. They hide them in back room. They don't take them out anywhere. And I do understand that some of them can be very disruptive and hard to manage when you're in public. But guess what? Inch by inch, remember we celebrate inch stone while everybody else celebrate milestone. inch by inch. Take them out for a minute today, 2 minutes tomorrow. Something, sensitize them to different environments so that they can become adaptive to the environment. Read to them, read with them, allow them to read. That practices articulation. When you practice some of your sight words, put them in sentences as we have shown you in this video where Alex was reading. You can check out some of these videos. Storytelling. Storytelling is one of our all-time favorites, can I tell you? Yes, because storytelling was one of the method or the technique that I used to engage Alex Xavier. And if you go back and watch the important benefits of storytelling in this video here, we would have talked about our story of when I built the story for Alex Xavier and Alex wasn't listening to me. I just tell the story to the wall. And I kept telling the story to the wall until Alex started listening to my stories, until we were able to sit down and do an entire story together. You can check out our storytelling playlist right here. We have quite a bit of stories that we have done with Alex Xavier, show how we engage him, and you can get some tips from that as well. Phone conversation. When your family or friends call, allow the child to have a little interaction with them. I have two friends especially. Whenever they call, them have to ask about Alex Xavier. How is Alex? And if they don't hear Alex, them say, where is Alex? And every day they would want to talk to Alex on the phone. And they would, even if Alex is not answering, they are saying, hi, Alex, hello, Alex. And Alex would just look at the phone and run off. But no, when you say hi, Alex, Alex is answering hi. And when they ask, how are you? He's telling you, fine, thank you. So he's now having minimal conversation. Keep working at it, parents. Keep working at it. I guarantee you, keep working at it. You could even do some vocal exercise in your living room. We have another video here. We were working on getting out sounds in an appropriate way. So we use songs to engage Alex in speech therapy and articulation. So that video you can watch. There's a lot of videos that we have on the different ways in which we do speech therapy. One of the things that we do at home, if I get home before daddy, which most time I am home before daddy, once daddy gets home and we see the car drive up in the driveway, we run into the door and it's daddy and it's Alex and I going to the door. And I will ask, Alex, who is that? And he will go, daddy. So you get him to pronounce daddy, to identify who is daddy. And then I will allow him to go out and greet his daddy. So daddy will come in and they will have their everyday greeting moment. And the same, if daddy is home and I am out, we have similar, we repeat the exercise just the same and have him interacting with us. Now let's talk about another place that we can do speech therapy. Speech therapy can be done at school. There are ways that we can help our children in school, even if you don't have a speech therapist working with, right? Whatever you're working with at home, talk to your teacher about it. And you and the teacher or the caregiver can work together and they can incorporate some of your at-home exercise at school as well, so that school and home, they're on the same page. And guess what? What better way to have progress when everybody is working together? I have a little picture here. Okay? We use the picture as part of our picture exchange communication. So at home, I have this picture. It's either on my fridge or it's close to the bathroom door. Now, I had a difficulty at home teaching this exercise. And the reason was, at home, Alex knows where the bathroom is. And more often than that, I am engaged doing something. And if he wants to go to the bathroom, he will not tell me that he wants to go to the bathroom. You will just hear him going to the bathroom. Now, because he was not asking us at home, he would just go to the bathroom. That was a challenge for me to talk to him about going to the bathroom. So what I do is I use the picture at home to teach him bathroom. So all I did with this picture was teach him bathroom. When he sees this picture, bathroom. And every time we pass the picture, we say, this is bathroom. And we keep talking about bathroom. No, what I did, I replicate this picture. I send an exact similar picture to school. Now, at school, it's a more controlled environment because they are in class. So, more often than not, when he wants to go to the bathroom, the caregiver would take him or the teacher would take him to the bathroom. But of course, you'd have to ask permission. Now, that was a better environment to teach requesting bathroom. So I asked them to include this in his picture exchange communication chart. So they had this on the desk. And what Alex would do, they would teach him to say bathroom. So whenever they are taking him to the bathroom, they talk about the bathroom first. So they allow him to point to the picture that this is the bathroom, identify the bathroom, and then after that, they'll take him to the bathroom. Now, after doing this day in, day out, there comes a time when Alex hear the word bathroom so often that one day him just say bathroom, right? Him point to the picture bathroom and then he heads to the bathroom. Now we have improved much more. We are no longer using the bathroom picture because whenever Alex wants to use the bathroom now, he will just pull you, touch you, and he will just say bathroom, please. No, that's a major improvement. No matter how small the exercise is, work together. All right. Another thing is when you go to the park, this is a great place to have speech therapy out there in the natural world. So you're playing at the park, talk about the ball, because guess what? Playing with your child is a great way to pop out speech, right? So play with them at the park. You see a stranger, depending on who it is, of course, and the mood strike up a conversation with a stranger. I like when I go out and sometimes when folks see him, they started asking us. And you know what? Whenever we go out and we go into these places like this, you know what? I'm proud to wear my Autistic Edge uniform. I'm always wearing our shirts. And when we go out, I like when persons ask us about what is this all about? Or some persons will just walk up to us and said, oh, I have a son, I have a nephew, or somebody they know on the spectrum, and they started asking us questions. And sometimes we give them an opportunity to interact with the child. That is also spreading awareness. And also when they interact with them, it's more opportunity for them to develop their social skills and to even talk. Practice ordering food, whether from the cafe or from one of those food truck or wherever you buy stuff. Allow them, give them their little money and allow them to walk up to the cashier and pay for their things, right? Playing games at the park, taking turns. There's just so much that you can do in this area for speech therapy. Take them to other places of interest. This is another opportunity. Take them to places of interest like the zoo. This was one of my biggest miracle moments in speech therapy. When we were telling Alex to say monkey, Alex couldn't get out monkey. All Alex kept saying is mommy. No shame in the game. Speech therapy it is. This year, when we took Alex back to the zoo and we got back to the monkey, boy, I made it feel away still, you know. I not think me did want to do it again, but me may have to do it. But this time when I say Alex, this is monkey. Alex articulate the monkey. He knows the monkey. Him call the monkey. No, mommy, proud girl you looking at here. Yeah. So take them to the zoo, take them to the museum, take them to the beach, talk about the water, interact with other persons that you see at the beach, take them to church. Now at our church, we sensitize our church brethren about our situation with Alex. And as a result of that, they are very protective, they are very cooperative, they are very understanding. And when they see him, they also want to interact with him. And don't hide them at home, carry them out. This is the way that you're going to spread awareness, and awareness will help other people to be included in your situation. And guess what? They will also want to interact with your child, and that is more opportunities for speech therapy. Commuting is another big one. No, not to talk about traffic. Getting Alex to school in the morning is anywhere near 1 to 2 hours to get him to school in the morning in the traffic. Now you can imagine that. All right. Now Alex must reach school 8 o'clock. If him don't leave home by 6, him not reach school by 8. So there's a lot of time that you have sitting in that vehicle. You can talk about the vehicles on the road, you can talk about the colors, you can identify them, and talk about anything along the way. I have sing along moments sometime in the car because Alex loves to sing. When he's singing, I will just sing along with him, and sometimes we practice songs in the car. Great time for having speech therapy. You only have half an hour in a paid session, but you have 2 hours in the traffic to talk about something. All right, you have a whole lot of time. You're going to the supermarket. I know not every child can go into some of these public places. But as I said to you before, if you practice 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, over time, you may be surprised to see how they improve, right? See how best you can come up with calming strategies so that they can go into some of these places sometime. And when they go into the supermarket, give them their own little list. Allow him to pick up the things. We tell him what to pick up, and he picks up the things and come and put them in the trolley. Sometimes he picks up stuff for himself as well. We allow him to articulate whatever he pick up. Whenever he picks it up, we have to say, okay, Alex, you need to tell us what that is. And we help him to articulate the name of it, and then he can put them. This helps them to develop social skills. It helps them to develop independence, to know how to operate appropriately. We cannot be around them forever, right? So therefore, we have to help them to be independent. One of the things when you're out there, when you see stoplights, talk to them about the stoplight, the red light, what the amber means, what the red means, and what the green means. That's a perfect one that you can talk to them about. The possibilities are endless when it comes to speech therapy. There is so much that you can get from the comfort of your home and on the go. We have been using most, if not all, of these methods and opportunities and techniques that I'm sharing with you. And the results are amazing. And because we know that it is so difficult, that is why we are sharing with you today these proven techniques and methods that have worked for us. We have gotten progress. You can do it too, Punchinella little fellow. Parents, get up, try it. A whole heap of money for speech therapy. So unless you have money for go waste, and we not say a waste of time. If you get a good speech therapist, work with them. Unfortunately, the one we got never work out. So we had to do things on our own. All right. So receptive language improve for us. Expressive language improve for us. We see Alex following instructions more when we incorporate him in this. Alex is now able to identify more objects and his food items. And last week you see him here saying, I want melon, please. We're teaching him how to verbalize requesting items. So you can go back and watch that video from last week if you missed it, and you will see the improvement. We are coming from no words. All right. Our story is just a prime example of how speech therapy can be successful outside of the traditional settings. Use your surroundings to practice speech and improve your child communication skill. You have the power to turn your environment, your personal space into a speech therapy session. Get creative. Think outside of the box. And remember, flexibility is the key when it comes to speech therapy. Speech therapy can be done anywhere. We have an entire speech therapy playlist where you can get more ideas on how we work in the different areas and in the different settings to help improve our child. Thank you once again for joining us in this another day in the life of living on Autistic Edge. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and make sure you subscribe so the next time we put out another content, you will be notified.